Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. As always, I'm Urowen. Last time we fought our way up the mountains and failed many times down there to bounty hunters. Came up here, dropped in a deserter for attacking us. And well, we were gonna go talk to this guy that is oddly a yellow, which means he is very strong. See if he has anything to say.
Maker's breath, is that? Oh, I beg your pardon. Can I help you, friend?
Something
No,
wrong?
no, nothing at all. Just, thought I saw something.
Since you are clearly looking at me, I would say that you do see something.
Well, yes. Never you mind. Can I help you?
Well, what do you sell here?
Well, little of this, little of that. You know, used armour mostly. Nothing, that would really interest fine people like yourselves.
Is it refreshing or unsettling that this merchant is reluctant to show us his wares?
That's an odd attitude for a merchant.
Well, I'm considerate of my customers' time, that's all.
What reassuring certainty.
Let me take a look.
Oh, certainly.
So apparently, he doesn't like the Grey Warden. And there's... What is this? It is a battle axe, which is two-handed. Sten? He? No, actually it's weaker. Not as good. Sounds cool. That's really it. It just sounds cool. Okay. Grey Iron Dagger. Don't really need a Kunari sword. I mean, that would just... But look at the... Ooh. Can't use it yet. It is stronger in all sense of ways, except that, you know, he's missing his crit chances, armor penetration, but that's not as big of a deal at that point. It does have two slots, which I would have loved to put to use. Dwarven Longsword doesn't really matter here soon. Chastened Crusher, I don't think that's going to be as good. Melee crit chance, but you lose attack. I don't find that trade-off as useful. Other than that, I'm going to sell my stuff. Magic Staff, Deventer Shield, Armor, no, I was keeping that. Chevalier's Gloves, which is just massive gloves. Massive armor, massive fatigue. Knight Commander's Plate, another piece of massive armor. A lot of these I won't be able to get. Scale isn't too bad. He's got his heavy chainmail. He already has his heavy chainmail chest piece, right? Yeah. Although I can't afford that one anyway, even if I wanted to. And these are belts or collars. These go to the Mabari. Again, just like the paints, these help. Like this will give him better attack and armor. This one will give him a little bit less attack and armor. And that's it. Alright. Yeah, a Dwarven Smith belt, which that would just be a cheap belt to buy or to buy someone. Don't really not really a use of my time. You have greater lyrium potions. Oh, and flesh rot recipe. What? No, that's a poisonous weapon coating, which I'm not really using as much. Lesser ice salve, which could be useful, and swift salve recipe, which would be great for dodging. Soul rot trap plans. Darn it, grease trap. Any more plans? Not that I see. So let's grab all your stuff that you're selling. Well, not yet. I want to check Silverite Rune, which is extra dark spawn. Definitely something you want to stock up in the near the end, because obviously you're going into there. And then Portrait of a Goose Girl, a painting in a golden frame showing a girl with wind-swept hair tending to a flock of geese in a snow-covered valley. I don't know where that would be. Who would like that the most? Well, again, like I said, while we're here, why don't we grab some of this stuff? It's gonna be expensive, so after a while, we're not really gonna be able to take much of it. Like, maybe I should just grab this stuff. Grab the cheap stuff first, and then we'll worry about grabbing the expensive stuff. Okay, so I know we're gonna need frost rocks. Um, and the rest is just to have, I guess. Are we gonna have enough for 2 of these? Yes, we are. Alright, so we got all your ingredients, although I would like to have this. Although we do not have expert poison making yet, it's definitely something to be considering. And greater lyrium potion don't really need. I might grab one of those at some other later date. But again, we are broke, and we haven't done any kind of shopping in a while, or any kind of adventuring. Oh, what's up here?
Will not suffer.
Low gain. Oh,
Pieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Logain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
I have urgent need to talk to your king.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
Now, I do believe this is slightly different. Like, I think you might get more options if you do pick one of the dwarves. Maybe even the dwarf noble versus the dwarf, thief, I guess you can call it. The castless dwarf. But, so, I mean, there's a lot of things I can't really show off because I'm not playing a certain race here, I'm not playing a certain race there, stuff like that. Not playing the right gender, kind of thing, you know. I'm a Grey Warden. These trees oblige Orzammar to aid me.
The Wardens killed King Kaelin and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Logain.
Well, that is the royal seal. That means only the assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Logain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Let's try and intimidate them instead of. I mean, either one of these is going to instigate them, so we might as well try and scare them off. Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Logain will see you quartered.
Yeah, okay.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden, though I don't know what help you will find.
Plenty, actually. Orzamar's it's a fun place. And here we are.
Atrost Vala, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing.
Yeah.
We prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting, but your presence will be tolerated.
I have definitely gotten myself lost more times than not in this section. This dwarven city, or whatever you want to call it, is massive, and it is sometimes confusing. Especially, I feel the first time through, or at least I had trouble with it the first time through.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her.
Don't say that. Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
Now, there is a whole caste system in the Dwarven society, and there's just so much to it.
Were you really in that cage for 20 days?
It might have been closer to 30. I stopped counting after a while.
What did you do? I mean, 20 days is a long time to sit in one place and do nothing.
On good days, I posed riddles to the passers-by, offering them treasures in exchange for correct answers.
Really?
No.
Ah, too bad. That's got serious potential.
But anyway, some of it you'll get into with this playthrough. Not a whole lot of the inner workings of the dwarves. If I were to actually play had played a dwarf, I probably would have gotten more into it as, I've gone through the main storyline. And I might do a bonus video, like I said, near the end of all the other intro storylines and get into the more details of the caste systems and how different races are treated and stuff like that. But for now, let's go on to the comments. Enough talk. And as usual, when we first enter into a city, we are going to need to explore everything, loot what we can, get all our goodies, check out what things we can buy, where to buy certain things, that kind of thing. You know how it is. I probably should have bought more flasks before we left our dwarves back home. But unfortunately, that is not an option right now. So hopefully, there'll be an easy, cheap place to buy some.
It is the assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
I can't tell if the video is really dark, and being we're all underground, I might need to boost the brightness.
About the man who should be king.
Oh, dwarves.
Stone-blind idiots. I won't have fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders. I find that sodding fool, I'll have him in the Legion.
So, once again, we need to make sure we collect everything we can. Apparently, oh, that's just floor carving, okay. So let's talk to the captain of the guard. And by talk to the captain of the guard, I mean let's talk to Morrigan. Okay, no, come on. Captain. Alistair! This is getting very annoying. Can we stand behind me, please?
Vieta, surfacer.
Vieta.
I hate to let you walk the Commons, but
oh, I was gonna turn the check the brightness on
not,
by settings.
I want order.
Can a city function like this?
See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there. Sort this all out in a hurry.
The proving?
Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate. The true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
You mentioned paragons?
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate.
I should get going.
Yes, you should.
Now, I probably should head over to the Shaperate, just so I can get more into the dwarves through there. However, they mentioned Dulin and Harrowmont. They are the two dwarves. They are the two sides you pick in this game. Really. I mean, it's just how it is. And, so, yeah, that's the thing. Some of these shops are inside. I guess I can go through and look at this map. So, this is main area of Orzammar. This is kind of where most of, this is the most local area. We have our shops, like I said, the armor, the tavern, general good merchant over there. We've got another merchant over here. Come on, come on, come on. Gem merchant over there. And pickers and parts. We have an arena-like thing that will play in a part, the Proving Grounds, as they mentioned. They have the Diamond Quarter right there, which is the rich side of town. That is where we're going to be talking to our various lords that we're going to help. And then there is the Dust Town, which is, well, quite the opposite. This is the slums. And finally, we have the Deep Roads way down there. The Deep Roads is, well, we'll find out about the Deep Roads. But we're not going there just yet. First, we are going to be going through and checking out these merchants and talking to these two people. So, we're going to pass up the... Well, no. Hopefully these load times aren't terrible. The only bad thing about having shops that are like indoors like this is you gotta worry about load times. Grab some free eeps. Let's see.
Welcome to Janar Family Armors. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Janar's, we have everything from leather to platinum.
Are you part of the Smith cast?
Aye, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacet, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face, you're not a smith yourself.
Let me see what's in your stores.
Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
As in, he'll buy the stuff you have. That kind of thing, you know. Now, I've been kind of considering about getting rid of some of these runes, but they just don't sell for that much, so... Ooh, what'd you have? Just a bunch of traps? Yeah, just a bunch of traps. Here we can buy a bunch of very expensive armors and weapons. As I mentioned, very expensive stuff. Not something we're really gonna do. I don't really get much armor, and it's kind of nice in Dragon Age 2 because you really don't have to worry about that for anyone but your character. However, being able to change what our characters look like is kind of fun in itself. Let's talk to...
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers, keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn.
Vilda.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
What are you praying for?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
Safe return? Your son is missing?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Did anyone go after him?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by dark spawn that way.
We shouldn't abandon him. Well, no. What would you give for his safe return?
You're asking what I would pay for your services? I have little money since my husband died. But wait, I saved his shield, the masterpiece my husband smithed. I was saving it for Ruck's return. If someone were to find my son or his body, they can have the shield with my blessing.
I'll look for him if you want,
How?
then.
There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
I'm a Grey Warden. It's what we do.
Warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
So, we have one side quest.
What is that smell? Dwarven vomit. Charming.
We have the tavern here. So, let's swing on into the tavern. Surely someone's gonna have a quirky remark about the tavern. Cora, yes.
Ugh, just do not buy anything, or touch anything, or sit anywhere.
Various patrons and various people to talk to. We will definitely be searching this place into a lot more.
Told him I don't understand why the provings aren't open to everyone. I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really?
Yeah, we'll definitely be getting into this more as the story progresses. But for right now, I'm... Okay.
Can you believe King Endrin?
Let's talk to Cora.
Atrust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
I'd like to hear a bit about the city.
So you come to Tapsters? I guess you're not asking for anything official, or you'd be at the Shaperate. But I can certainly give you a mole's eye view.
Is there any place I should see while I'm here?
The nobles stay upstairs, except when they're slumming. You'll find the assembly there, the palace, the Shaperate, and plenty of estates. Down from here is just Dust Town or the mines, so my recommendation is avoid. It's not part of the city, just some old tunnels where the castlists build their nest. No one goes there if they can help it. But if you want fun, your best bet is the Proving.
What's the Proving?
It's a chance for all the best fighters in Orzammar to test their skills. There's a tournament today. Arenas between here and the Diamond Quarter.
What's a Shaperate?
It's the bureau of all the Shapers in Orzammar, led by the Shaper of Memories. If you're from the surface, I guess you'd call them scholars. They keep all of our records, laws, genealogies. You got questions about Orzammar's history, and don't mind answers in words as long as your leg, that's the place to go.
That's all, thanks.
A Grey Warden is always welcome in Tapsters.
So, there's a little bit more on, the town, I guess. I guess I could have saved that. I mean, they didn't really go into explaining too much of what Dust Town is, or, you know, what the Deep Roads was. But we did learn, well, we still really haven't really learned about the Deep Roads, which is kind of unfortunate. However, we've got Brother Burkle here.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
I didn't think the Dwarves believed in the Maker.
I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry.
I really don't think that
Orzammar.
was what she was intending. Whose permission do you need to open a chantry?
The Shaperate controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
Do you want me to talk to him for you?
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that.
Figured.
I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always. Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
So, apparently Sten just disapproves of me helping the Maker. Mainly because it has nothing to do with our quest, I'm assuming? I don't know. Morrigan leveled up! Yay! That is good news. Let's level her up. She's still at her specialization point. Yeah, as you can see, I've got the Spirit Healer, the Arcane Warrior, and the Blood Mage. Oh, I did have the... No, I don't have the Blood Mage unlocked yet. Darn. I do know how to, well, kinda. It's just a matter of, I think I need to actually play a mage to unlock it. Not positive. I am looking to actually specialize Morrigan as a Spirit Healer. So she'll be able to help. You know, a little bit of healing at least. But for now, we need to, I want to increase your constitution because that is remarkably low. And then let's increase your willpower. Now, I can get her to the bear shape, but like I said, I'm not really using much of her shape-shifting forms. I can give her Arcane Bolt. What do we got here? Shock. That'd be a good one for grouped enemies. Armor. Another one that'd be a good one for grouped enemies. Spell Wisp, which increases bonus of spell power. Glyph of Paralysis. These are buffs. There's regular heal. Mana Drain. Walking Bomb is kind of fun. The caster magically injects the target with corrosive poison that inflicts continual nature damage. If the target dies while the effect is still active, it explodes, damaging all nearby. Although the spell is related to virtually Walking Bomb, the magic behind the two does not interact, and a target cannot be infected with both. Friendly fire is possible. That is something in Entropy, I do believe. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. Weakness, Although paralyzed would be nice. Would be kind of handy. I really shouldn't look too far into this. So basically, we can expand the the vulnerability hex to target more people. The death hex is nice. However, we really need something that's going to be damaging. I'm hoping that she gets an ability. So I really want an area of effect. I don't know if I want to do lightning or we don't have enough magic. 25 magic to get Cone of Cold. I could make her into, yeah. I can make her kind of into like this ice mage kind of thing. You really only get two other weapons. It's either flaming or ice. Those are really our only weapons right now, so. I do like going down the electric path though, because you get chain lightning. But, and Tempest is nice. And of course, Fireball. That's what we get hit with the most. Alright, let's do Shock. Let's find out. Did she gain any more tactic slots? No, she did not. Oh boy. Oh boy. So that'll take us to Dust Town. Let's go explore the other end of town, and then I think we'll call that an episode. So this one might be a little bit longer. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure yet. I am getting kind of tired, and that is normally the sign for me to stop recording. Here we go. We got
impossible
figures inputs, which are locked. Now a commoner there. Another commoner there. Another commoner there. Commoner. We got a lot of commoners. Of course, we are in the.
Excuse me. Do you have a moment?
What do you want, Dogma?
You look like you're not from around here.
Really? You're looking at a Kunari. Two humans, one of which is a mage. And, well, three humans, one of which is a mage. And two which are just, regular humans. Huh? You could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
Why is a dwarf interested in the circle?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Why wouldn't they?
No dwarf has ever studied at the Circle of Magi. I guess you never read First Enchanter Caitlin's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic. He tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them.
Right, of course, I read that.
I want to go to the Circle to study.
I assure you that desire will depart the moment you arrive.
I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
And what would the messenger get?
What do you mean? Oh, you're looking for payment. My father's shop refines lyrium for smithing. If you help me, I'm sure I could get you some.
I guess I can talk to the first enchanter, even though I don't know that that's who you'd have to talk to, next time I see him.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smith Cast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child? Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Now, we can go and tell her father that that's what she's planning, and he will ask us to convince her not to go. Or we can go to the mages and do the quest anyway. But anyway, let's check on, we've gone over time, so let's check on what...
Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Nothing coherent.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging, then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Thanks, I will. So, now we got a little drugged up dwarf merchant, life giver. Ooh, baby, yes, I remember this one now. You get 10 health regeneration while exploring, 6 health regeneration in combat, 3 armor, and 20% to healing. This thing is life in a ring for certainty. 87 gold. Not something we're going to be affording anytime soon. Ooh, lesser enduring kit's tempting, but no. Other than that, you really don't have anything I need. That takes the diamond quarter. Is this that? Yep, the Nug Wrenchler. Last piece of
I knew I should have stuck to
story.
nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter. No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
And thus, I can start looking for nugs. I don't even know if I can find one real quick to show you what a nug is. Oh, there we go. Here's a nug. Not that, but yeah, this little pig rat thing. Yeah, it's a nug. So that was a quick quest to do. It's actually a, I guess you call it progressive quest.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
Got a nug for you.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
So he gives us about 12 silver per nug we find. Maybe he'll give us more as we gain up more. I'm not 100% positive. I never really pay attention. I just kind of pick up the nugs as I find them, and then I return here when I go shopping. But anyway, we are well over my 30 minutes that I like to keep my videos at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Next time we will go and explore the various other quarters of the Dwarven mines. Pick a side, most likely pick a side to start influencing. And, well, continue on with the storyline, and hopefully we will be getting our final permanent party member soon. So as always, long outros are long. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for watching.